Hey fellow fishing fanatic, you've probably heard other anglers describe their rod, parts of their rod, and you were a little confused about what the heck they were talking about. Whether that was the reel seat, the guides, or the eyes, or the butt, or the tip, whatever it was, I'm about to break that down for you today. My name's Wesley Littlefield with Anglers.com, and I've been fishing for a long time. My dad raised me fishing, and he taught me the parts of a rod from when I could just understand it. So today, I'm going to transfer some of that knowledge that I have onto you. So let's get started. Okay, I've got a little rod right here. This is actually my crappie rod, but we're going to start from the bottom and work our way to the top, or the tip. So first is the butt. This is actually a butt cap. If you hear them called butt cap, some rods, they look a little bit different, but it's just usually a different material that secures the butt and the handle to the blank or the main part of the rod. Next, we move up to the butt, which is just basically this general area right here, nothing crazy. And then the handle, of course, where you're gonna put your hands there, hold it to fish. And now we're gonna move up to the reel seat. The reel seat is where the reel sits. Most of them spin and unhook like so. You can take the reel on and off. It looks kind of like that. Then you just pop it back on there and crank it or twist it back down. And you really want that where the reel doesn't bounce back and forth. Now we're gonna move up the rod to what I call eyes or guides. It's just where the line goes through. They guide the line out and back in to the reel. Next, we'll talk about the windings, and that's just this piece that actually holds the guides and the eyes onto the rod. So typically a winding is epoxy, and usually it's got some string wrapped around it to secure it, and then epoxy over it to make it smooth and sure it doesn't catch on anything. But that is a winding right there. Next, we'll move to a ferrule or ferrule. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's this part right here, where if you have a rod like this, a two-piece rod is what this is, or three-piece rod, it's just the part where it slips back in and secures your rod and makes it one piece. Now, if you have just one solid rod, you're not gonna have this. All right, we'll move on to the tip. I call anything from about here to here the tip, and that's really it. You know, it's the smallest part, usually the part that gets broken off, the top guide or the top eye, the tip eye, but generally they're just talking literally about the very top part of the rod. Now, if you found any of this useful, helpful, then I would appreciate if you subscribed and commented what your favorite rod is down in the description or the comments below. In the description below, you can find a free Bass Lures cheat sheet. That way you're always throwing the right lure no matter what the conditions. But now that you know all that there is to know about your rod parts, it's time to learn about the reel right here. And I've actually got a video down below me right now that's going to teach you all about the reel, which is a little bit more complicated, but not crazy. But until then, I want you to always remember that education is important, but fishing is essential.